It's just a sword hilt. I don't buy frog.
There are some things that I figured like this is probably a very specific reference to something.
Welcome to the Northern Knits podcast. We're two friends in fibre who knit, craft, crochet, and talk everything in between. My name is Jocelyn, and my co-host is
Diana.
I'm told it's episode 252, and we are fresh off a live chat, so I'm still eating because I need lunch. Oh, Diana's going to let everybody know what we're going to cover this week, and I'm going to drink some sugar-free pop stuff Dad left. Whatever.
Sure. This week we've got What's in Our Cup, Cool Threads, Woolly Workings, Wool Gathering, and Kniterature.
Woohoo. I have yam fries. Guys, I'm going to be eating while we record. It's yam fries. Has to happen. Has to happen.
I actually don't like yam fries all that much. I don't know. I
Some
like
people
regular
like
potatoes.
them, some people don't. I love regular potatoes, but I have regular potatoes. What I don't have in the house right now is yams. So
fair. That's good reason.
Fries. That was my thinking process. I could make potatoes, but yams I don't have, so I can't make yam potato fries. So, all right. In my cup, the continuation of the decaf coffee drinking trend in the Northern Knits banner mug, our swag mug, done by the mysterious Mr. B, who, if you guys check out Instagram, you can see a picture of his face. He gave me permission to post that. I'm enjoying some more second cup decaf coffee beans with a little bit of vanilla skinny syrup flavoring.
Nice.
Super good.
I am still drinking the same cup of coffee that I had made for the live. So this cup of coffee is now 2.5 hours old. No, I made it even like half an hour before the live. This cup of coffee is now 3 hours old. But I'm still drinking a cup of coffee. The beans are from Smile Tiger in Kitchener. I had a sweater cup for our sweater cast on live. I thought that was appropriate.
It is. I'm shaking my head at the length of time it takes you to drink a cup of coffee.
Well, this is why I have a mug warmer on my desk.
That's fair. Yeah, my goodness, yam fries.
Cool threads.
We do. I got out and had some pictures taken this week. The lovely Erin was able to hang out and spend some time with me. So we went down to the Forks and we got coffees and we walked along the trail and it was like minus 15 or 5 or something. Anyway, it was like single digits or something crazy low. Crazy warm for wintertime in January. And we took photos of the Dylan cowl and fingerless mittens, of the Saturday morning sweater, and of Erin's Cinnabar shawl. So I obviously wore things. I wore the Saturday morning sweater outside by itself with just like my regular clothes on, and the Dylan cowl and the fingerless mittens, and I wore my squish shawl out there. So I wore a bunch of knitted and crocheted stuff out and about.
Nice.
Around people even. And now that we've maybe fixed the audio problem, what have you been wearing?
My standard Rivers wrap and the bulky twisted headband that I made out of the yarn that smells really good. Those have been my go-tos this week. You'd think I could like switch out the scarf for like a shawl or something and just like switch it up ever. But I don't ever think to do it. And I think the problem is that the scarf lives with my coat. And so I just don't ever think to like get a different shawl and bring it down to be with my coat. In an ideal house, I would have a shelf for my shawls by the door so that I could choose which one I put on as I go out the door. But I do not have that currently. But that is a thing that I should look for in a new house.
Mm-hmm.
So that I can say that I wear different things ever. Because I realize I don't do that. It's the same things all the time. I get favorites and then they're just there for weeks.
Also, whatever entryway you guys get, go twice the size you think you need.
Also that. It's never big enough.
Well, as I continue to eat my yam fries, shall we talk about the things that we have been working on?
Yeah. Did you talk about the things that you more
Yep,
on the cool
I
things?
did.
Okay. All right. Continuing on.
I swear I did.
Okay. Apparently I have the memory of a goldfish today. So carry on. We have the same
Can't.
number of projects this week.
Eating fries, which means you can go first.
Oh, I can go first. Okay. 1 second. Let's start with this thing's within reach. We have a podcast anniversary knit along, make along, craft along going on. And I did 2 or 3 rows, so it counts. I can talk about it. I'm continuing on with my doing a couple of rows every week, so I can at least talk about the knit along that we're running. I'm keeping up with that so far. It's not a great amount of progress. Like, it's not much. Is that focusing? That's focusing pretty well. So there's the top of a shawl. You know, it's getting there. It's lacy.
That looks good.
I've got my 5 stems established now.
Mm-hmm.
So it looks like there's going to be 5 pattern repeats consistently. Yeah, that's about all I got to say about it so far. This yarn is so nice to work with because it's 50-50 silk merino, so it's just so soft. I love it so much. It's a little bit too sticky on the wooden needles, though. I might switch this out for metal needles, although then I'm worried that it would be too slippery and then I'd start dropping stitches, which I've already done once and I don't want to do that again. So I don't know. Maybe I'll continue on with the wooden needles. Anyway, the yarn is this beautiful grays and browns. Oh, let's get some natural light on that. Colorway is Winchester brackets Dean from Cloud9 Fiberworks. I bought this probably at least 4 years ago at like a fiber event in Manitoba. So I don't think she even has the space anymore, but it's whatever. It's gray and brown. It's going to make a lovely gray and brown fall leaf. Oh yeah, I'm making a maple leaf shaped shawl. That's this pattern. It's the maple leaf shawl.
Oh, the information's coming coherently today.
Yeah, God, maple leaf shawl by somebody. I don't know. And it's going to look like a maple leaf when it's done. It's got a little bit of a lace thing going on, but mostly it's just going to be shaped like a maple leaf when we're done.
I want to see us in a more professional manner. Check out the Fiber Friends podcast.
Yeah, I think I used up all my professionalness doing that, and I got nothing left. Anyway, it is soft and it's pretty and it's going to continue being pretty. And so that's our podcast knit along that we're running. I'm going to put that down now. I'm trying to find some more coherent words. Let me turn on some light. The sun's gone around now. How's that? That's better.
That's better?
Yeah. The sun disappeared sometime in the last 20 minutes. So
I have socks. I have 2 socks.
2 finished socks.
2
when did that happen?
Finished socks. Erin came over and rescued me. That's when that happened.
Was this the sock that was hiding somewhere?
Yes. It was hiding. Either the finished sock was hiding or the working sock was hiding. So it took forever for me to get the ribbing to the same length. And then I dropped the stitches in the bind off twice. And then Erin said, that's enough of this, and just finished the bind off for me.
That's a saga. Okay. So where was it hiding?
On the sewing desk.
That safe place.
Sewing desk, sometimes in the rocking chair, sometimes it was in the yarn. It just moved around a bunch. Being what it is, that's how it worked. But this is some red-breasted nuthatch, which is last year's Sock Club colorway from some month from Fireweed Fiber Co. or Erin. And I made myself a pair of shorties because I like shorties. And I discovered I have a stunning lack of shorty socks for upcoming spring weather sock wearing in the apartment. So needed to fix that problem. So I've done so.
Yeah,
there's no pattern for this. It's just that my usual go-to toe up vanilla sock with the mock row garter heel. Because those extra stitches the garter in the heel, so freaking nice.
All right. Next pair of vanilla socks. I'm gonna try out this heel.
Sure. Didn't you say that for the last pair of vanilla socks?
Yeah, but then I decided to
Stuff.
follow somebody's different pattern because I don't know reasons.
So you're up, my dear.
Again, okay. What else can I talk about? Well,
So
hey,
full
let's
now.
stick with the sock thing because I'm at the beginning of a round. I am so freaking close to also having a sock finish. Like, so close. Like, I think I have 4 more D's Curious rounds. Like, I will probably finish this sock by the time we're done recording today.
Okay.
I am so close. And this is the second sock of the pair. These are even heel socks by Nikki Knits, making them out of belted kingfisher, which is yarn from Fireweed Fiber Co. And I really thought I'd have these done, but I got distracted this week with new cast-ons. So the sock is not finished. But it means I'm going to finish the sock and cast on new vanilla socks for next week.
You see these? I wanted to have these casted on because I have 2 empty sock needles.
They're getting cold.
And my Swift broke.
Oh no. Oh, right. Yes, you said you can do bulky by hand, but no.
Fingering by hand is a pain in the keister.
That's too much literal hand pain. No.
Deep sigh.
No.
So
Yeah.
that's not happening. Or if it does, I've committed a lot of time to it. Because I can, and I have hand mount fingering by hand. I just don't enjoy it overly much.
Yes, well, so have I, and I'm saying no, don't do it. That you have to be very desperate to do that.
Depends how badly I need a roundy project. We shall see. Not likely, because oh my gosh.
Yeah, you've got a check-in and a crap ton of stuff to do, so I think you're good for this week anyway.
I am. All right, let's talk about my other FO, which is tucked in up here behind me. Oh no, the pom-poms. The pom-poms. People, the
Oh god, the pom-poms. There's so many poms. Ah,
so many poms. I finished redoing the Dylan cowl.
poms. It
And
looks so good.
so much better with that little blip of color that I missed the first time. So much better.
Oh, so good.
There's four poms. There's a lot of pom-pom going on here.
There's so much okay, wow. The power of the palm.
What much pom-pom going on here, guys? I don't know if I can put this on. Yes, I can. Woo-hoo. I got 4 giant pom-poms.
The pom-poms they really add to this particular project, I have to say.
I don't normally do pom-poms on things because they drive me bonkers. But no, this cowl needed the pom-poms, so I have a big squishy winter cowl. That if we're honest, when it's cold enough to have it pulled up, I'll be wearing it like this. Because I actually want the heat to stay.
So good. It's so good. I love it.
For the most part, it can just be worn like this. And on a coat, it looks great.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
So, I have finished my trio. So I have leg warmers, and I have fingerless mitts, and I have a cowl all in the same pattern. Yeah. All crocheted too. This was quite fun.
Mm-hmm.
It was
a nice set.
Good break. So, and the pink one went to my niece finally.
Oh, good.
So for a while, I am done making these things.
For now.
I've made that cowl twice now. So technically, I've made that cowl 3 times.
Gosh, yeah, that's too many times. Time for something else.
For a bit, I suspect. But it is all done. So for the final time, and not like Diana's one more time and then you hear about it again next week, I made the Dylan cowl, Dill fingerless mitts, and the Dylan leg warmers all out of Impeccables loops and threads in a gray and teal colorway. And it is a worsted weight acrylic yarn. Hook millimeter size varies because it's a bigger hook for the cowl than it is for the leg warmers or the mitts, since you want a denser thing for your mitts. And I'm done. That's a thing. That's 2 FOs. That's 2 more squares I get to check off my box, my bingo cards.
Just got the song stuck in my head, like one more time. I don't know actually what the rest of the words are, but you know, that song.
Okay.
It's stuck in my head now because you said it one more time, and it's like now it's a dance party in my head. Is that
Well, I
Daft
mean,
Punk?
oh, I think it's
Something
Daft
about
Punk.
celebrate.
I think it's Daft Punk. Could be wrong.
One more time. Stuck in my head now. I need to reach behind me. I was slightly unprepared, and it was all I put away all my stuff, and I hung up the things, and that was very foolish. I need the things.
Well, you need some of the things
Okay.
anyway.
We're in a competition for this 8-bit sweater.
Yep. Watch how that is not on my list I gave you.
Yeah. Well, that's okay. I did 3 rounds. I told you I worked on it but didn't finish it. So there, I did 3 rounds. I have the progress keeper to prove it. Look at that. Look at that.
I'm so happy that you did not make a lot of progress on that.
As I said, I got distracted with the 4th project that we'll talk about momentarily.
Oh.
Anyway, so one more time. This is the 8-bit sweater by Lattes and Llamas. It's a free pattern, which is incredible because the amount of work that goes into all of these freaking charts is just explodes my brain.
Explode your brain?
It explodes my brain.
Make a note, explodes my brain. Show title.
Noting. Explodes my brain. Yarn was Knit Picks Wool of the Andes. There we go.
Yes.
In Oyster Heather and Midnight Heather. And the the decreases are happening. The decreases for the neck are happening. I'm so excited. It's getting there. It's like come on, this is painfully close. It's just painfully close. It's just soon. It's gonna be done. It's gonna be done soon. Soon.
Yeah, you wanna take it on a trip, so it's got to be done soon.
Yes, it does need to be done soon. So there's a ski trip planned towards
February?
the end of February. So I have about 3 weeks to finish this, so that I have a few days to wash it and let it dry before I take it outside to go skiing. Except I'm not probably going to ski. I would like to snowboard.
Okay.
Because
again, I would like photos.
Skiing seems like a good way to twist an ankle.
It is. Snowboarding seems like a good way to bash a shin.
Also that. I am reasonably complicated. Yes, I am. I'm a reasonably complicated human being. Oh my God.
Also accurate, but I don't think that's what you were going for.
No, it's not. I am reasonably competent on a longboard is what I was going for. And I think those skills should transfer to a snowboard.
Well, let me know
what I was trying to say. Anyway, yeah.
So
funny. So theoretically, in 3 weeks, this is done and gets a photo shoot in the snow on a mountain. Well, mountain is generous, a very big hill. Okay. It's very picturesque out there. So
beautiful.
We're going to Blue Mountain in case anybody knows where that is. So photo shoot at Blue Mountain in 3 weeks and a bit. And a bit.
In a bit?
Yeah, and a bit. That's the plan.
Oh, I'm wearing my earbuds for many hours now.
Yeah, right? I'm kind of done with these. All right, what have you got? What have you got?
I have made a little bit of progress. I'm almost done the brim on the Everyday Slouchy Beanie hat by Dragon Horde Designs. So just a little bit of stockinette progress.
Love those colors, how that's pooling. That looks so good.
So good. It's some Sock Club colorway. September blue something. Erin even told me this week, and I've already forgotten.
Oh no.
It lives in the flower bag that I won from one of the Halloween Craft All the Things years, because I love to craft at Halloween. I love to craft at any time, but especially Halloween. So I make slow and incremental progress. I'm hoping to have the brim dealt with so that then it's just roundy knitting. And we're good. But it makes like I make good progress because there's my progress keeper.
Oh yeah, that's good
So,
progress.
I made some good progress.
Nice.
But I slowly work on that on far larger needles than I thought I was going to need for this project. Because gauge.
Yeah.
Because gauge. Well, had I not gauged, well, this hat would have been too small. Way too small.
Can't have that. Nope.
Wouldn't have fit on a head. What's the purpose of a hat that doesn't fit on a head? So that's what I have been working on as my sort of roundy. And in fact, after this round, I have to measure to see if I'm at the right number of inches to do the brim detailing. So that's right. The joy of this hat is that there's no ribbing.
That is a very strong point in its favor.
Very strong point in its favor. So that's it. I only have my sweater to talk about left, which is the same as you.
Indeed. Okay, so we're doing the same sweater.
We are.
For the sweater in a month challenge. Except you're doing sweaters in 2 weeks. And I'm not doing that. I'm doing a sweater in 3 weeks for the aforementioned ski trip.
Yes.
Okay. So I've got, punch the microphone with the giant things of yarn. I have this Cascade. Oh, that's Eco Plus. You different? I don't know. This one says Eco Plus and this one says Ecological Wool. I don't know what the difference is. I don't know.
What are you doing?
I'm consulting ball bands. Yeah, it's got exactly the same ball band, so I don't know what's different about these. Anyway.
Microphone.
Punch. Anyway, so this is some undyed, what did I say it was? Peruvian Highland wool. So I've got a white color and I've got a charcoal gray color. So I'm going to do a white body with dark gray color work. But then I have enough balls of this that I think I can also do a dark gray sweater with white color work.
Just going to suggest a matching sweater for Mr. Diana.
Well, I already ran this past him to see if he wanted like matching but inverted color sweaters.
It's not a matter of want. It's a matter of delight on your mother-in-law's face when she can take photos of you two in inverted matching sweaters, and the fact that both of you are stinkingly adorable in photographs.
We have been known to be disgustingly cute.
You are disgustingly cute in photographs, and I love it. And I really kind of want you guys in matching sweaters.
So I think I'm going to make 2 of this sweater, assuming like the first knit doesn't suck, because if it sucks, I'm not going to make it again. But assuming that it doesn't, I've read through the pattern and there's nothing that like is breaking my brain that like doesn't make sense. It seems fairly straightforward.
That makes sense.
So I will not be doing 2 sweaters in a month. That's not happening. But I will at some point probably make an inverted sweater, so it'll be a dark gray body with white color work, and it should be oversized enough on me that it should fit Mr. Diana just fine, and I might force him to wear it for some pictures just because, even though it's still going to technically be my sweater, he might just have to suffer through some pictures.
He might just have to deal with it. Marriages aren't all about him getting his wife to shovel while he's broken his arm. Sometimes there's a little quid pro quo going on there.
Yes. Oh, update on the broken arm. He's got his cast off now.
Oh, good.
So now he's just slowly working through getting the range of mobility back. So he can twist his wrist again most of the way, but doing the whole range of motion with his elbow is still coming. But he's doing great. He's got the cast off and he's so happy about it. And I'm so happy that he can wash the dishes now. I probably still won't make him shovel because that's a little bit too much stress, but
not till next winter.
He can wash the dishes, and I'm so happy about that. I had to wind this by hand because this was not going to fit on my ball winder, and I didn't feel like making like 4 cakes. Also, apparently, it might have broken my Swift, so I didn't do that.
Mine is just old, and it was due to die.
I think we have the same Swift, so I'm like, No, but I won this yesterday. It's large, like head for comparison. It's a big ball.
Oh my.
But then I decided that I should probably cast on, so I wasn't trying to count while we did the live with the fiber friends today. So there, I have most of the ribbing at the bottom of the sweater done. It's all like very squished up right now. Like this is super stretchy. Let me get a little bit here, and it goes stretch.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it's very squishy.
It is.
And it's not going to be too like it's not super duper soft wool, but it's not really scratchy either. So I think this is gonna be great. I'm really excited about it. And yeah, I think this is supposed to be 5 centimeters long, and I'm at like just over 4. So I got to do a couple more rounds, and then I'm into the body, and then I'll have whoosh vanilla knitting for the week.
I know. Oh.
So that's where I'm at. Oh, the pattern is the Steinkrieger. Let me pull that up. Steinkrieger. Which I should not say in stupid voices.
I'm going to call it the Stone Warrior because that's roughly what its English translation is.
Yeah, so it's a Norwegian sweater, patterned yoke. So it's gonna have mine's gonna have a white body with the single color gray color work. I think since I'm trying to get 2 sweaters out of this, I might do the variation where the patterning starts even below the armpits.
Oh, nice.
Which I think conveniently it's the size that I'm making is the only one that it's charted for, apparently. So very conveniently, I think I'm going to do that. And there's also an option for short row shaping in the shoulders. I'll see how I feel when I get there, but I probably just won't bother for simplicity and speed because, you know, I'm trying to do this in 3 weeks.
True. You have a pretty tight deadline.
So I probably will leave out the short rows for simplicity, but I will also probably try to do the extended color work so that I have, additional white for doing my inverted sweater because I have less of the white than I do of the gray.
Okay, that makes sense.
So that's where that's at. You're making the same one.
I am making the same sweater. Hey, listen. Me making this sweater was the inspiration for you making this sweater.
Indeed, it was.
I just didn't know if I was going to make that as my 2-week sweater challenge sweater or if it was going to be my February month sweater challenge sweater. So when you were like, I'm going to do it, I was like, well, decision made. So from the 1st of February, well, technically, whatever I knit today, and then from the 2nd of February till the 10th of February, I will be working on as much of the Stone Warrior as possible. And then I take 2 weeks off to work on my 2-week sweater. And then I'm back to the Stone Warrior for till the end of the month, which with 28 days of the month works out to 14 days apiece. So technically 2 weeks each. That's right. I did math.
Yep.
I did easy math and it worked. So you're never sure with easy math. And some Briggs & Little Atlantic. Oh, I'm stuck on a thing.
No, stuck on a thing.
I'm working on my ribbing, which is on a smaller size needle. So I have the needles for the body here. I'm making mine out of some dark maroon from Briggs & Little and some bleached white, or sorry, washed white. So it's a nice creamy white with a nice deep maroon red. So my body's going to be the maroon red and the color work's going to be the white.
That's going to be so good. And it's going to look so different from mine.
Yeah.
And that's going to be so cool to see.
Yeah, no, I'm very excited. So I'm just in the middle of casting on. And again, because I'm casting on and ribbing, I'm on my smaller needles, which of course somehow I managed to get wrapped around my body needles.
So yeah, it's amazing really how they do that.
Welcome. So I have a cast on started. I'm not done casting on the number of stitches yet. I'm over halfway there. So I'm doing that nice quick German, is it German twisted rib or German twisted cast on? That's really stretchy.
Yes, among others, but yes.
Yes, that's the one I like to do. So I'm doing that one right now. And I'm going to continue working on this sweater for the day, because I'm counting today as the 1st of February, and then I won't pick it up again until, if we're honest, the 3rd of February, because I'm going to be deadline crafting for the rest of the month, because my check-in with Louise is on Thursday.
Yeah, so your check-in for March, is that just going to include how you did on the sweaters? Or is
It's
that
actually
separate?
That's separate, and that's the Turkish bed socks that we're going to do,
Okay.
because they're a nice, quick, easy knit. What I have to do before, because I'm not going to start that till like the 10th of the month, but I'm figuring to get gauge, I'm going to need like a 4mm, because I think it's worsted or fingering held double. So to get a stock sock stitch, I'm going to have to be on a 4mm. So I have to get the hat done. So I have 4mm needles. Things have got to happen.
There's
Stuff needs to
things
occur.
and schedules.
Things and curves and things and stuffs and things. So that is fine. It's crazy pants as always, but I make it work somehow every time. So I also do it to myself every time.
No one to blame but yourself.
No one to blame but the person that sits between the chair and the computer.
Yep.
Yo, but that's it. That's my last project.
All right. Then I'm going to have a sip of coffee to prepare myself for the unscripted Patreon ad that I've done so many times is basically scripted.
I'm excited to talk about my weird acquisitions.
If, for some reason, you want to financially support these shenanigans, you may do so at patreon.com/Northern Knits Podcast. I got it right this time, the first time. Look at me go. I'm getting so good at this. Any level of support gets you access to our patron-only Discord server, where we are active at all of the hours of the day and the night because time zones and work schedules, and where we enable each other into casting on all of the things and rarely find the gumption to follow through and actually finish things. Well, no.
I know what you're talking about. Everybody else is great at it. We're the ones that are not so good.
Okay, yes. If you're looking for restraint to not buy or not start the thing, we're not the place. Buy the thing, start the thing.
Good commiseratory and understanding on why husbands can sometimes need the classification of sigh and men. We are the group for you. We are the group for you.
Yes. What else? There's early access to bonus content. There's bi-weekly-ish Experimental Tuesday blog posts. I realize I have not done that for a while, so I need to do that.
I told you.
I know you did, and then I didn't, and I got nothing, so I'm gonna do that now. Oh, what else? At the higher tiers of support, we have our monthly knit-in, knit club, whatever, where we just hang out on a video call and we get to see what everybody else is working on, and we chat for like hours. So many hours. It's a great time. And then now we've also started the quarterly movie afternoons, I guess, because I need to expand my knowledge of 90s pop culture movies. So we're watching The Mummy on February the 26th at noon Manitoba time. Oh, I forgot to say that the Patreon hangout is going to be on February the 19th at noon Manitoba time.
Oh, right in the middle of sweater challenge week. But guys, I know what I'm working on.
Yeah, right? Like I need to be finishing a sweater while we watch the movie. I think that is all of the Patreon stuff. Did I miss anything?
I have no idea.
I don't know. I don't think I missed anything.
It's best if I don't pay attention, otherwise I start laughing and then you lose concentration.
Stare very firmly at the logo on my camera, so I can't see you.
I am looking at my project. I'm not paying attention to Diana. I have learned this lesson. As always, we super understand that budgets are a real life thing. If you cannot financially support us, liking, commenting, and subscribing always help. We're available on several social media platforms. And if you need Diana, I will track her down. You can find us on Instagram as well as the YouTube here and Facebook, because we have a Facebook group. All the things. And if I don't reply to you, also will track me down because she's our marvelous moderator. And remind me I'm supposed to be checking these things.
Yes.
It's a thing.
Someone will come poke us until we do something.
Someone will poke us and remind us we're supposed to be doing a thing. It's a thing. So we have some cows running because that is how we function. And that's how we run. For the first 3 months of the year, we always do the podcast anniversary cow to celebrate our upcoming however many years podcasting together. This year, it's a big one. It's our 5th anniversary. So in the nature of 5th anniversary for wedding gifts, we have gone with a wood-themed idea. I really like it. It just makes it so much easier to decide on a theme.
Yeah.
Next year might be the 6th wedding anniversary present.
Yeah, like this. We can just keep going with this now.
Just keep going with this. Great. So project title with a wood or wood adjacent theme. So, you know, oak. Diana's doing the maple leaf shawl. Maple leaves come from trees. It counts. I'm doing the wood woes sweater. It counts. There's wood in the title. Or if it matches any of the modern day gift giving ideas. So silverware, pink tourmaline, what's the other stone?
Sapphire? It was a blue one. Sapphire?
I think it's sapphire. So long as it fits within those realms and uses 3 or more skeins of yarn, it counts. As always, we tend to stick to adult sized garments. That's just to make it fair. And we go from there. So that's going to run to the end of March. And we have some prizing. I actually have in my hot little hands the 2 skeins of yarn from Erin, which she's given me to hang on to show off until the prizes are drawn. Then I will give them back to her so they can go out to their prospective homes. So these were crowdsourced, as in Diana couldn't make a decision. So they pulled down a bunch of colors and she rolled the dice. And then I had her roll the dice again. That way I also didn't have to decide.
Decisions are hard.
Decisions are hard. These are both sweet pea socks bases, and somewhere in here will be the name of the thingy. This is where it becomes a downside that I have the skeins. It's because I can't read anything.
I feel like I should remember the color we picked.
Vineyard at Nighttime.
Ah, yes.
Is the first one. And then the second one is, what I love is that she's got them, she prints them now. So she prints the names instead of writing them, because like a lot of people write them, right?
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes I can actually focus on the print. The printed stuff's easier to read.
That one was elf something, wasn't it?
Elf hat.
Elf hat.
So second one is elf hat.
It's so green. I love it.
So good. So these will be in my hands until the end of March, and then we will draw prizes. We also have a bag from the wonderful Tracy that she will mail off to a winner. And then right now, we also are offering, if one of the winners is not already a Discord member, 6-month free trial of the Discord community group so that everybody can sort of see what it's all about. So will there be more prizes? I don't know, maybe, possibly. It's a 5th anniversary. We might go big. I don't know. We're not at the end of the March. I have not made those decisions yet. We'll see. How does that sound? The more entries we have, the more prizes I'll do. Does that sound good? Does that sound fair? For me. Okay, perfect. We'll do it that way. To be counted for entries, you have to use the hashtag podcastiversary5th ED. Diana includes it in the links in the show notes below because it's important for spelling purposes, because neither me or her spell it the same way twice. We had to put it somewhere.
It's as much for our information as for yours.
If you don't have that hashtag, I can't find it to count you for the prizes. So please make sure to use the hashtag both in the Facebook group as well as in the Instagram group. If you are not a Facebook or Instagram user, you can send us an email at northernknitspodcast@gmail.com and we'll make sure it gets counted into the entry. So also a good way to do it if your entry happens to be a test knit and you're not allowed to publicly post photos. If you send us a photo privately on the email, we will not post that photo, especially if you go, it's a test knit. We will assume it is off limits, and that's why you didn't post it on a social media thread. And then promptly add the sweater to or garment or t-shirt or shawl or whatever it is to our list of things to look at when it's released because we want it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's how that goes.
Yeah. The other thing we have announced to get everybody excited and ready for is we're going to run a series of seasonal cals. So the first one upcoming is the spring equinox or Ostara, depending on your faith beliefs. Easter. It happens around Easter. It's going to start on the 20th of March this year, according to the Farmer's Almanac and Google.
All hail Google.
All hail the Google gods. So that is happening. For that one, we have no skein minimum requirements, but we do require you to stick to the theme. I am working on a post to give everybody an idea of sort of what's going on, but you're thinking spring stuff. Like it might not be a color sort of idea, but you're thinking baby animals, spring flowers, new growth, the changing of the seasons. In this case, it's a balance between the sunrise and nighttime. So things with great senses of balance to it would also count because it's such a wide variety of options. If you're not sure, absolutely DM me and ask. I will let you know. It's not a problem. Super not a problem. I will help you if you're concerned about it or you have a couple options and you're debating. Let me know. I will help so that you're comfortable with what it is that you've chosen for the cal. Prizes, no idea. Haven't even looked at it yet. We'll get there when we get there. It's going to run 3 months as of the 20th of March. So they're so far in the future. I'm going to worry about it in a bit.
That's a later problem.
That is a later problem. But I'll tell you this much right now, that fall one, going to be Halloween themed for Jocelyn.
Oh, heck yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. That's it for knit-alongs at the moment. That's sufficient. That's a lot of info.
Jump in and say, the sock is done. I just have to Kitchener the toe.
Excellent. You'll have an FO for next week.
I will indeed. I'm not going to Kitchener that while we're trying to talk.
That'll just go poorly. Don't do it.
No, it will go poorly. So I'm going to put that away.
Just don't do it.
I have a nearly FO.
A couple of weeks ago, I went to Omomo, Japan. And I walked into the not food side, which I generally don't do. And you know what I found?
What did you find?
I found knitting stuff.
Oh, okay. What is it? What kind of yarn is it? What kind of needle? What do we got?
Circular plastic or bamboo needles. Don't know. Haven't taken them out of the packaging. And some very thick t-shirt like acrylic yarn.
Interesting. Okay.
So bought it for a lark, guys. I was literally just gonna knit up a big old stockinette swatch just to see what it does because I can on these bamboo-y needles or plastic. I haven't opened them. I think we're bamboo. Yeah, we feel like bamboo with a wonderful plastic cord that I need to absolutely heat up to unkink because that is.
Oh, that's really, wow, that's springy.
That is got some staying power.
That's
so I need to
springy.
start
Okay.
by unkinking these. And then this is just for fun, guys. Just for fun. I don't know when I'm going to get around to this, but I'm going to take these $3 needles from Omomo, Japan here in Winnipeg, and I'm going to knit a swatch. That's what I'm going to do.
Nice.
What I got more excited about was, you guys know, I'm working towards a full-on Victorian outfit. So one of those things that I'm going to need for that Victorian outfit is accessories. Now, some accessories I have, because I have great-grandmothers who have kept things and grandmothers who have kept things, who have passed them on. So now I have things because of all the keeping and all the things. One of them that has not survived very well is any coin purses. But I did buy the hardware snap top piece for a little coin purse. Okay. So I'm going to find some nice fabric and stretch out that fabric. And I'm going to start by, because they're traditionally, they've got patterns or designs. They're embroidered or needle felt, like they're a bunch of different ways of doing it. So I'm going to have to find the one that I like. But I have found my hardware, which was going to be the hardest part for me. Poppy. Where did I find it? At Omomo, Japan. Find crafting stuff in the weirdest places, people.
Cute.
So I'm gonna make the coin purse. For the moment, it's going to live in this plastic bag in a drawer because I am not ready to make accessories yet. Not ready to make accessories yet. With the lack of English anywhere on here, I love. I could do like I could get some handcrafter or some crochet cotton, and like I could crochet a little cotton bag and then line it with something so it keeps its shape. So like I got some options, but I literally bought them like way back in the beginning of January. Totally forgot to mention it. Doing
nice.
Great. And the yarn for my sweater that showed up this week. Because I didn't like the fabric I was getting on the other sweater. So I panic ordered the Atlantic Briggs of the Wool yarn. And it's great. It's working perfect.
Nice.
Oh no, I have a sweater quantity of sport yarn. Whatever will I do? Find another pattern.
No.
Totally not a problem, guys. So that is
I have a not crafting. I have non-crafting acquisitions that I'll just say really quickly because I'm just so excited about them. Okay, there is, first of all, the dinosaur in my background. This is a Brachiosaurus that is filled in with like tropical flower designs doodles.
Oh, cool.
I love it. But the important thing is I have a dinosaur sweater.
Another one. Guys, this is not her first dinosaur sweater.
Yes, I have a scientifically accurate dinosaur sweater. It's a Dilophosaurus skull. Okay. Also, the sweater is so nice. It's so soft. It's so cozy. It came in the mail on Friday, and I basically put it on over top of what I was already wearing, and I just basically haven't taken it off.
Oh, that's a sign of a good sweater.
It's such a good sweater. I love this sweater so much. So I have a dinosaur sweater because I'm a child and I need dinosaur things.
You have more than one dinosaur sweater, ma'am?
Yeah.
As you should. Because dinosaurs are your thing.
Yeah. So I think maybe I need to see if I can find a dinosaur cake for my birthday. Because you know what? Why not?
Abso-flippin-lutely. Abso-flippin-lutely.
Maybe I can put maybe my favorite bakery can put a dinosaur on my cake for me.
Or just look at the kids' cakes.
It'll have to be dairy-free for the one friend.
Yeah. If you go to the fancy bakery and tell them, like the one that can do dairy-free, and tell them what you're looking for, they might be able to help you out.
I imagine they can probably do that. If they can do ridiculously fancy gold leaf frosting flowers,
I'm sure they can get you a
dinosaur.
I'm going to do my favorite cake, which is a vanilla cake with flowers all over the top of it, because I like the only kind of flower I can have, which is the edible type. What? It's accurate.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with a vanilla cake with flowers.
That's what I'm thinking. So there you go. We have plans and things and stuff. Shall we talk books?
Let's talk books. I have I finished only one book this year. Okay. That was the Gramercy Park, Murder at Gramercy Park.
Yep.
Which I think I had actually finished last week. But my hold on the second book in the series came up. So I have now started St. Mark's Place.
Excellent.
Murder at St. Mark's Place.
Yep.
And these are the Gaslight mystery novels by Victoria Thompson.
They're good.
It's cute. It's so cute. And I've also started Dune, which is the February book club book. I got getting a good start on it this time because I still haven't finished The Name of the Wind, which was this month's book. And I've got so many books on my nightstand right now. My Goodreads currently reading list is 10 books. I need to finish some books. But no, I just keep starting new books. So I've newly started Murder at St. Mark's Place and Dune this week. Because apparently I don't know how to finish a book. I know how to get about halfway through and then drop it for something else.
Okay. That's one way to do it.
It's not a good way to do it. It's really not a way to do it. I don't advocate for this method.
Stressful?
Well, it's a little unfulfilling, you know?
Yes, it would be. I finished lots of things this week. Makes me feel kind of bad when I have big finish weeks. I was just about finished Court of Wings and Ruin by Sarah J. Maas, which I did finish. For me, that's the end of the reread for the series for the moment. So I thoroughly enjoyed it. I liked it. I had my moments. It was great. Yeah, so good. Still enjoyable, even though I don't like how much the author uses the word instantaneously. Drives me bonkers. I still read the books, so they're still well written. I then had to do a quick reread of Starless by Jacqueline Carey. I say quick. It's like a 500+ page book.
It's just a quick reread, you know. Do it in a weekend.
No worries. So I got that done this week as well because it is for book club, which I actually have coming up next in chronological order for me today, which is Sunday. Is last Sunday of the month is when the fantasy or nerd book club meets up. So that's happening today for me tonight after dinner. And then I was like, cool, that's 2 very big beefy books finished. So I started a book and I finished another one. And it's The Secret History by Donna Tartt. And it is a fiction book. Now, normally I read genre more than anything else, but I had heard this recommended several times. So I listened to it because I do most of my books on Audible these days. And yeah, no, that was definitely into fiction, definitely a little more rather than this was the battle, this is the concept. So I really enjoyed it. I'm not sure if everybody's good. It's a highbrow fiction, is what it is. It's a sit and think fiction. It's a very sedate, moving pace for the story. There is some mystery to it because it's told purely from the author's perspective. Like it's told from the first character's perspective, so it's in first person the whole way through. So there's a lot of sort of guessing as to what the other characters' ultimate sort of ideas or concepts or plans were. So, and it tells the story of a group of college students that kind of lose touch with reality a little and then have to pay for the consequences of those actions.
Interesting. Okay.
So it's a very good listen. It's a very good read. It's quite enjoyable, but it is not one of those. It's not Gork the Teenage Dragon. It is not We Are Legion. We are Legion. We are Bob. Like it's not that level. It's a different type of book. But I really enjoyed it. But again, at 500+ pages, it's a commitment. I thoroughly enjoyed listening to it, so I had no problems with it. So I thoroughly enjoyed it. So we'll see what this week brings. We'll see what next month brings because I have so many books on hold. I don't know, but I have so much knitting to do. I went ham on getting the books. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I gotta finish something. Oh my God. Please just finish a book.
I wish you the best of luck with that.
God, I'm the worst at actually finishing books.
Well, I know for sure in February, I'm going to listen to the second book in the House of Earth and Blood series by Sarah J. Maas. But that's because I really like her as an author and it comes out in February. So like, I'll listen to it right away. But like, you're still on A Court of Thorn and Roses, which is an older series for her. So
now I've still got like 8 or 10 weeks on my hold for the next one. So
you try the Throne of Glass series. That's also really good.
I think I also have a hold on that one, but it's also quite a while.
It's very popular for a reason. It's a very well-written book. Oh, that's it for me. I think we're done.
Yeah, I think so.
Sweet. In which case, I'll say until next week, I'm Jocelyn.
And I'm Diana.
And no matter where your week takes you, don't forget to knit. Ooh, we're live on Sunday.
We are live on Sunday. That's what we forgot to say.
Knew there was something. There was something.
Okay. Live on Sunday.